abiding and not fruit bearing are related. You don't bear fruit because you're not abiding, right? So it's cause and consequence, both being addressed here. Now, there are some people who take the Greek word that's translated cut off here or take away in verse 2. Say, no, that's the wrong way to translate that verb. It ought to be lift up. Every branch that doesn't bear fruit, he lifts up. And it's true that in Israel they did not stake and twine their vines. Okay, most vineyards that you've ever seen, the vine grows up and then it's running along some line, trellis, string, or something, right? But in Israel, they actually grew along the ground, and they would prop up the vine with rocks. It keeps it so that airflow can go under the vine. It's not wet, damp, mildew, associated problems with lying on the ground. And the argument is that the vine dresser props up the vine that doesn't bear fruit. Well, that's true historically, but just because it's true historically doesn't mean that that's what Jesus was talking about. Okay? The reason I don't think it's what Jesus is talking about is every other time this word, aphairo, is used, it means to take away. It doesn't mean to prop up. Further, the context seems to suggest that that not bearing fruit is a negative thing, and that being cut off from the vine is a negative thing. Okay, so I think all factors considered, what Jesus is talking about is being in him or not being in him. Those who are in, he prunes. Okay. Well, I've got on the slide here that the consequence of removal is that they're burned. It's the same language as in Matthew 13:41 and 42, who are removed. Removal by angels of the worker of iniquity. Remember that they gather out the tares out of the wheat and they burn it. Okay, well, we'll pick up right there and talk about what it means to abide in Christ next time.